Hello and welcome to highlights of the 12th edition of Strade Bianche Donne, a race that is as brutal as it is beautiful, starting and finishing in breathtaking Siena. It's almost like history stopped in the 13th century, and what a field we have assembled for this year's edition of the race. Magdalene Vallières, world champion Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, Demi Vollering, Lotte Kopecky, Anna van der Breggen and Elisa Longo-Borghini, to name just a few. 11 gravel sectors awaited the riders on a tough day out in the saddle, the first of which coming with 120.1 to go, and then the finishing circuit of 31.7 with the punishing Colli Pinzutto and Le Tolfe amongst just now the famous sectors of gravel that awaited the riders. There was early crashes, one for Kasia Niewiadoma coming into 49 kilometers to go, and the Colli Pinzutto, it was Elise Chabet of FDJ United Suez who went on the attack as disaster struck for Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. A problem with her chain. Great Britain's Josie Nelson narrowly avoiding the FDJ team car. There had been a puncture for Demi Vollering. She was in a group that was reinforced with the arrival of Anna van der Breggen and Kim Lacourt, only for that group to go off course. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot and her teammate also followed the group, but it was game over for the likes of Demi Vollering and Lotte Kopecky, who at this point were only a minute behind the leading group. It did mean that we knew that the winner of Strade Bianche for this season was coming down to this group, and what a group we had. Niamh Fisher-Black on the attack. The young New Zealand rider had finished 8th in this race a year ago, and this would be the catalyst to kick things off. On to Colli Pinzutto for the second time. Chabet, Longo-Borghini, Fisher-Black, Voss still in the fight. And as we came towards the top of the climb, Chabet and Longo-Borghini joined by Puk Pieterse, Kasia Niewiadoma, Franzi Koch and the Monica Trinca-Colonel, the Italian rider. Puk Pieterse attacking into Le Tolfe, and it would then become a straight drag race and a battle between Kasia Niewiadoma and Elisa Longo-Borghini. This year's edition of Strade Bianche, though, has spun on a knife edge so many times in a day. Enough drama to fill 10 Hollywood movies. The group behind would come back. Franzi Koch, Elise Chabet, Magdalene Vallières and Marianne Vos, along with Monica Trinca-Colonel, came into the punishing slopes of the Via Santa Caterina all together. Have we ever seen this many riders in contention this deep in to Strade Bianche? As the punishing slopes of the climb really started to kick in, they crested the summit, and it would all come down to who could take the tight twists and turns into the piazza the fastest. There was a coming together of Niewiadoma, Longo-Borghini and Koch. Elise Chabet managed to negotiate the corner, and that gave her the slingshot. She took the final right-hander, and with Kasia Niewiadoma right on her wheel, it would be the first ever victory for Switzerland in the Strade Bianche Donne, emulating her fellow countryman Fabian Cancellara, taking a surprise victory ahead of Kasia Niewiadoma, with teammate Franzi Koch rounding out the podium. But what a finish, an absolute thriller from start to finish. And Chabet, the queen of the mountains, as we affectionately call her, finally becomes a queen of the classics and one of the biggest. What a day, what a victory. It is the biggest win of her career. Elise Chabet takes the 2026 Strade Bianche Donne. The breathtaking Siena plays host to a drama-filled edition of this great classic.